going to see 2 NBA owners who have been removed for making what could be interpreted as racist comments. I mean, what do you make of this?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's any doubt about Donald Sterling, and we've all known what Donald was about for many years, public record. So no surprises there whatsoever. You know, his girlfriend taped a conversation with him. And Levinson said, put out an email. That he shouldn't have put out an email. The nuns told us, when we were young, that if you don't want to see anything in the New York Times, you better not write it or say it. The nuns knew that before social media back in the day. So these people have to learn. You can't say stuff. You can't write stuff. Private is private. Like if the Nets, if we knew the conversations that went on in the Nets office when they were trying to decide whether Jason Collins was going to join them. What if some of those comments got out? I mean, private's private, and you have to do your investigation, and you don't want to say anything crude or rude or offensive, but you have to ask questions.
But I wonder, Peter, if people will look from the outside and question whether the NBA has a problem with race. I mean, this is not something that we would ever even think about maybe 3 or 4 months ago.
Well, certainly at the top, we're seeing that. We're seeing some owners say some stuff that, you're looking to be kind of funny. But I remember when David Halberstam wrote The Breaks of the Game, followed the Portland Trailblazers, and he wrote in his book about, there was racial stuff going on. And he and I got into it on the air about that because I was around the league a long time. And yes, there are certain people that do act that way, as in life. Mm-hmm. Your friends, you'll hear friends, I'll hear relatives say stuff, and you cringe. But for the most part, going back even if, I remember when Rasheed Wallace, in an article out in Portland, referred to David Stern as a racist commissioner. Mm. I mean, in print. Now, unless your name's Charles Barkley, you're not allowed to say anything offensive like that or stupid like that. And I remember, Portland had to trade him after that. They traded him to Atlanta, actually.
Yeah, actually.
And then he went to Detroit,
and they won a championship.
You know your stuff.
Well, I remember
Whoa.
that. Actually, it's Rasheed Wallace's 40th birthday today. Can you imagine that?